Welcome, everyone, to the Design to Code channel. I am incredibly pumped to have you hanging out with us today. If you've been wondering how on earth you can break into the tech industry without spending 4 grueling years at a university, well, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're going through the definitive 2025 explainer roadmap for becoming a highly paid UI/UX designer. I'm going to be your mentor for this session, and we are taking a completely practical, no-nonsense approach to mastering this field from absolute scratch. So grab a pen and paper, get comfortable, and let's map out your entire career trajectory. Okay, let's dive into this. The absolute biggest question I hear is, do you need to know how to code, or do you need some fancy college degree to be a UI/UX designer? And the answer is a massive, resounding no. Seriously, you absolutely do not need to write a single line of code. You are a designer, not a developer. Now, while knowing basic HTML or CSS might be a tiny bonus way down the line, it is completely unnecessary to get started today. You can literally enter this field at any point in your life, from any background, and build an incredible career. So, you might be sitting there wondering, how long is this whole shebang actually going to take me? Well, if you can dedicate just 3 to 4 hours a day of honest, focused practice, you can be entirely job ready as a fresher in just 2 to 3 months. That is a fraction of a single college semester. It's all about consistent, targeted daily effort, rather than endless years of studying dry theory. Here is the exact mental map we are going to follow in today's explainer. We'll start with why this field is booming right now, and then we'll climb the exact ladder of skills together, starting from the UI basics all the way to landing that first job. First up, why choose UI/UX? Well, the demand is incredibly high, and more importantly, it's virtually AI-proof. Because think about it, as long as technology exists, we are always going to need human empathy to solve complex human problems. That's something an AI simply cannot replicate. Moving to step 1, UI basics. Here, we really need to look at aesthetics versus functionality. And this brilliantly illustrates the core distinction. On the left, UI, or user interface, is all about aesthetics and beauty. It's basically what the product looks like on the surface. On the right, UX, or user experience, is about functionality and qualities. It's how the product actually works and feels when you use it. For step 1, I want you to ignore the right side entirely. We are focusing purely on making things look beautiful first. To actually make things beautiful, you need to understand the core UI principles: typography, colors, visual hierarchy, and accessibility. Now, here is my absolute biggest piece of advice for beginners. Please do not get bogged down by fancy, intimidating terminology. Focus purely on the practical meaning and the basic principles of these concepts. You just need to understand exactly why a certain font looks good, or why specific colors work well together. You can find massive free resources on these basics through Figma's own best practice articles, by the way. All right, step 2, mastering Figma. Listen, it is the only tool you need to care about right now. So how do you actually practice in Figma? I'm giving you a direct, actionable mission right now. Do not try to invent your own designs from scratch just yet. Your taste is currently way better than your actual skills, and that's totally normal. Instead, do this. Step 1, find a top-tier professional design online. Step 2, bring a screenshot of it directly into your Figma workspace. Step 3, recreate it, literally line by line, pixel by pixel. You are doing this strictly to build muscle memory and to understand exactly how professionals structure their layouts. Now, where do you find these top-tier designs to copy? Just point your browser directly to the Figma community, Dribbble, Allwords, or Behance. You can download stunning professional layouts and UI kits right from these platforms. But remember, you aren't publishing these copied designs to claim them as your own. This is purely your private training ground. Do this 10 to 20 times, and you will become an absolute master of the Figma interface. Okay, step 3, UX and psychology. This phase is really just all about solving daily, everyday problems. Now, what's really interesting about this is how we can translate complex UX jargon into something you do all the time, like getting a haircut. Let's say you want a new style. Minute 1, you Google different hairstyles to see what's out there. Well, in UX, we just call that competitive analysis. Minute 10, you shortlist the ones that actually fit your face shape. That's empathy mapping. Hour 1, you sit in the chair and tell the barber what you hate about your current hair. Those are your pain points. Hour 2, you get the actual cut. That's the final solution. See? You already know UX. It's really just a structured problem-solving process. Don't let the corporate terms scare you off. To truly master the psychology behind these user choices, there are 2 definitive books you absolutely must read. First is The Design of Everyday Things by Don Norman, which will completely rewire how you view human-centric design. The second is Change by Design by Tim Brown, which shows you how these design thinking applications actually work inside massive organizations. Consider these two books your absolute essential study material. Moving right along to step 4, portfolio building. It is time to start documenting your journey. To actually land a job, you need a portfolio that proves you can solve problems. Employers do not care if you can just make things look pretty. They need to know how your brain works. Please do not make the ultimate beginner mistake of just pasting pretty screenshots onto Behance. Uploading an image without context is totally useless to a recruiter. They need to see the logic. You must show your problem-solving process. What was the issue before? What research did you do? Why did you place that button exactly there? How does your new design actually increase conversion rates? You've got to show the before and after narrative of your case studies. Now, if you're wondering what to actually put in your portfolio since you don't have job experience yet, here are some highly practical ideas. Take clunky government websites or apps, because we all know how bad those can be, and completely redesign them. Or improve a local business's app. Show the original nightmare interface, and then present your sleek, user-friendly solution. You can even email your redesign directly to those businesses. Sometimes this kind of proactive hustle can actually land you freelance work on the spot. And finally, step 5, landing the job. Let's talk about packaging your resume and leveraging AI tools. Once you have 1 or 2 brilliant, detailed case studies, you package them right into your resume. Since you are a fresher, your portfolio link is your absolute strongest asset, so highlight those case studies front and center. But how do you prep for the actual technical interviews? Well, here's a brilliant, modern 2025 tactic for you. Instead of viewing AI as a threat, use it as your ultimate study buddy. Download the ChatGPT app on your phone, turn on the voice feature, and literally debate UX design principles with it. Ask it for real-world scenarios. Argue with it over whether aesthetics or functionality is more important in a specific edge case. This will incredibly sharpen your communication skills and make you so confident when you face a real hiring manager. You now have the exact blueprint. From mastering the basics in Figma to debating design theory with AI, the path is right there in front of you. All that's left for you to put in those 3 to 4 hours a day. If you found this explainer valuable, make sure you subscribe to the DesignToCode channel right now because we are going to be breaking down some amazing deep dive case studies in our upcoming explainers. I'll leave you with this final thought to kickstart your journey today. Look at your phone right now. What app frustrates you the absolute most, and how are you going to redesign it first?